In this video, we are going to talk about product creation. It's one of the fastest ways to break into a niche and profit. That's the reason that we've talked about it on the previous slides and why we're going to cover it in just this video designated only to product creation. Your information product will establish you as the go-to expert in your market, and it's also going to give you exposure to hundreds of affiliates. So that means once you have an information product, you can recruit other people that have blogs, that have email lists, that have articles out there that are looking for products to promote within that niche market. You could do what's called a joint venture with them and have them send you traffic. Some of the quickest ways to get traffic and sales is to have affiliate driven traffic, meaning affiliates that have an email list that could send traffic for you to your particular offer. It's a great way to grow your email list extremely fast and allow you to profit quickly in your niche market. So what is an information product? It's a training course that can be watched, that would be a video, listened to in MP3 audio, or read, that would be in the case of like an ebook, or it's a combination of all three of these things. Typically, it's gone through on one's computer or mobile device. So it's something that they can digest on their own. It's a product that can be, digested digitally, meaning they don't have to print it out. They don't have to have a physical book. Sometimes it can be obviously like a regular book or a workbook or a DVD course or CD training, that kind of stuff. But most of the time, a training course is an info product is something that can be watched, listened, or read. Or again, it's a combination of all three. There's some courses that have some reading involved, like through an ebook. They have some audio training, and then they actually have some videos as well. Membership sites can also be included as info products. So if you have a membership site where people are actually paying you a monthly subscription for content, for recipes, for workout routines, for dating and relationship advice, for monthly webinars where maybe you get on a webinar and do coaching, that could be lumped under a information type product as well. Information products, they're also known as digital products, info products. Those are additional names. So as I talk about information products, just know that sometimes the name digital products will come out or info products. Those are phrases maybe you've heard already. What you want to do with your information product is solve a problem for a group of people. This could be, for an example, parents having issues with potty training. There are real products out there, digital information products, that teach people how to teach their kids to potty train in 3 days or less, or teach their kids to potty train quickly. Let's say somebody's having problems with the ailments and you've chosen that as your niche market. You could do an ebook or a video course teaching people some natural cures. Writing an effective resume, you could do a training course based on that. People are having a problem where they can't get website traffic, so you could do a training all about that if that's something you're knowledgeable about. Help people improve an area of their lives, and that's what an information product is about, solving a problem or helping them improve an area of their life. So improve their money, improve how much money they save, how much money they make, how much money they invest, how much money they're making in their own business, how much traffic they're getting, which then will increase their bottom line. Help people improve with their relationships, with their golf score, get a better golf score so they're not embarrassed on the golf course anymore, or so they close more business deals on the golf course. Health, you can actually improve people's health, how they view themselves, their self worth, those kinds of things. And again, many niches solve problems and actually improve an area of one's life at the same time. So, for example, if we were to go into like the relationship niche, there are people that they may have the problem of keeping and sustaining relationships, and at the same time, having a relationship that is sustainable, that lasts, that is mutually, fulfilling and beneficial and leads to, a long-term marriage, that would actually improve somebody's life in that example. Another case might be the money situation where people are having a hard time. They just got laid off from their job and they need additional income. And so therefore the money part comes in where you could teach them how to build a business for themselves. Or there's somebody where, they're having a hard time writing an effective resume. And in turn, that effective resume helps improve their life too, because they get that job they want and they get that self-respect back. And so these are ways where most information products in many different niche markets, they'll both solve a problem and improve in areas of one's life. And I'm telling you, one of the hottest niches has to do with money. If you can help people make money, save money, or make money, save money, you're going to be, you have a winning cause right there. People are all about saving money or making more money, and many niches rely on that as well. Product creation steps. Step one is decide what format you're creating your product in. A video course can be made into an MP3 and an ebook. Keep that in mind. So, like this video course that I'm doing right now, with the software I use, it can easily be converted into an MP3 format, which means it automatically becomes an audio. And then you could also take this same training using my voice, and you could actually hire somebody to actually do what's called a transcript of what I'm saying, exactly what I'm saying, and they could convert that into an ebook pretty easily. You could also create your product outline. That would be step number two. You want to create your product outline. You want to have 5 to 10 main topics or modules that you will cover. These are the basics of product creation. So 5 to 10 main topics or modules that you're going to cover. 5 subtopics that you can cover within each module. So good subtopics. And a bullet point for each subtopic so you kind of know what you're going to talk about for each one of those subtopics. Look at similar niche products on Amazon. Use the look inside feature to really get an idea as to what kinds of topics they're going over in their products. Look at the books and the DVDs as well. Look at the sales pages of other information products in the niche you're going after to see what kind of material they are covering as well. And to get an idea on these main topics that you want to cover, you can go out to the forums in your niche market, go where your audience is hanging out, find out what problems they have and what solutions they're seeking. Look at answer sites like AnswerBag or Yahoo Answers and look at those kinds of websites. Leverage private label rights material or PLR material as it's sometimes referred to. Another phrase for it is white label licensed materials, meaning material that you could redo and make it your very own. And again, you want to be careful here. You don't want to just slap your name on any product, but you could add value to it. You could actually convert an ebook into a video, convert it into PowerPoint slides and make a video out of it. Again, use Yahoo Answers to get an idea of what people want. But creating your product outline after you've determined what your product's going to be about, that's the next step. And no matter what kind of product you're creating, ebook, MP3 audio course, or a video course, you're going to have the very same outline format that you're going to be using here. And again, view problems people are having in your niche. You're going to know what those are, especially if you're familiar with that niche. If you're not, it's going to take a little bit of research for you to become that expert on that market. Step 3, start creating your product. Use your outline that you've done. The reason I like starting with an outline is it makes the product creation process way simpler and it's very easy to do. Take it one topic at a time as you go down the list. Set small goals for yourself as you go throughout the product creation part. So don't try and do it all in one day. And eventually, as you get better at it, you might get to the point where you can create a product in a weekend or in a very short amount of time. But take it one topic at a time, one bullet point, one topic, and then one subtopic, and then just go on down the list and set small goals for yourself. Like, hey, we're going to go out to eat if I reach this goal, or I'm going to, do this, or this is my goal. I want to have the chapter number 1 finished by Saturday of this week, or whatever the case might be. You could use PowerPoints or OpenOffice Impress to create your product if you would like to, your info product. And then use a tool called Camtasia, which is what I'm using, or Screencast-O-Matic to actually record what is on your screen. And then I'm using what's called a Logitech USB headset. You can purchase that on Amazon. You could purchase it at your nearest Staples store, Best Buy, Walmart even carries them in the gaming section. They also carry that where people can, buy gaming headsets. Like if they're big gamers and they like to talk on with the USB headsets, that's where you can find those. You could also use a tool, Microsoft Word, to create your ebook or report, or you could use OpenOffice Writer, which is another free software that works very similar to Microsoft Office. Use private label rights material to create your product. Outsource your product creation. So you could pay somebody to create your product for you. You could go out to freelancer.com and say, hey, here's my outline, and I would like somebody to create a video course in Camtasia for me based on this outline. You could go out to Odesk, Fiverr.com, and basically go out there for small pieces of the product creation on Fiverr, because those are going to be smaller gigs. So you could maybe get 2 or 3 pages written for your report, and then maybe find somebody else and have them write another spin on a topic and have a whole bunch of different viewpoints, and then you kind of work it together into a product. The best way to do it though would be to stick with the same outsourcer so it's not all jumbled together. But if you want to get some completely different writing styles and opinions, and then you kind of work it, massage it, make it your own, you could outsource through Fiverr, but it would take more of a time that way. I would rather go to Freelancer or Odesk to do that. You could also also use Fiverr though to create like PowerPoint decks or slides like this and say, hey, I want you to take this article or this part of the ebook that somebody wrote and turn it into PowerPoint slides for me. What would you charge? You could actually go to Fiverr to create your small bonus reports that might complement your main package or your main product offer as well. Step number 5 would be to create your, the fifth step here, create your sales page or pitch page. Step number 4 was also doing the outsourcing part of things if you choose. Create your sales page or your pitch page. Your sales page is what you use to sell your product. You want to use the AIDA formula for good copywriting. And so the AIDA copywriter's model is basically attention. This is where you get your readers' attention when they first look at your sales copy. And you can look at the sales copy if you go to ClickBank and see what kind of other information products are selling in your niche. Look at how they're attracting people in. If it's a sales video or if it is a sales page, a sales letter, like a long form sales letter, then it's going to all use the AIDA formula. If it's going to be something that succeeds, it's going to grab people's attention, and this is where you get your readers' attention. It must first get their attention and cause them to want to read further. So this is where things like your headline would play into things. So your reader will be interested only in knowing, what's in it for me. Why should I invest my time in reading on? And that's why a good headline is so important. Actually, some copywriters will say they spend most of their time on the headline because without a good headline, it's not going to suck in the people to read your content and get them to pay attention. Interest. This is where you gain your readers' interest. You must clasp the readers, grab their interest and showing them why he needs your product or service. You have to create a want for your product or service. They need to want it and desire it. Let the reader know how his or her life will become easier with your product. Make sure you're doing that within your sales copy. How is their life going to be improved by your training course? What is your product going to teach them that's going to help them be better at what they do? Show the reader what is missing by not even by basically, show them what is missing, in their life if they're not going to try your product. By them not trying out your product, they're going to be missing out on all these benefits from it. Gain your readers' interest by connecting with a story if you have it. Stories sell very, very well. Or you could find somebody with a story if you're in the common ailments niche, and maybe it's a niche or a product or a sufferer that maybe you haven't had, but you've read stories about people online and you share that story and work it into your copy, that would be absolutely enormous. An enormous thing that you could end up doing. The next thing is, create your sales page or the pitch page. And then step 6 is set up your sales funnel. This is also very, very important. And the other two elements there, the desire part, that's absolutely huge. That goes again, we're back here on step number 5. The desire, this is where you create desire. Tell the readers how exactly he or she will benefit from your product. Paint a picture in the reader's mind. Get them to realize how your product can benefit them. Generalities, they're less convincing. So specific details are far more believable. And here's an example of building up that desire. Within 3 weeks, you will have lost 15 pounds. Imagine the compliments pouring in from your spouse. Think how gorgeous you will look in that new swimsuit. So that would be a great example of being very specific, whereas just saying, hey, you could lose 15 pounds in 3 weeks. You could say, look, you're going to get more compliments, and look how gorgeous you're going to look if you follow these principles and lose that extra 15 pounds that you want to lose. And then again, the last part, final part of the AIDA formula when you're creating your sales copy for your product, for your niche product that you're selling, is the action. Solicit action. What do you want the reader to do next? Tell them the exact step you want them to take. Don't presume that your reader knows what to do next. The PS is again another component that another area that almost everybody reads. And so use your PS to emphasize your most compelling benefit or restate your guarantee. And don't forget the call to action and use that once again to say, hey, purchase this product, invest in this now. It's a digital product. So even if it's 2 a.m., you're going to get access to this product now. That's where the AIDA formula works. And so you want to create what's called your pitch page or your sales page. You can go to ClickBank and go through their help section to get some ideas of pitch pages. You'll see a sales page as you look at other products in your market, and you can kind of model your yours kind of after them. Obviously, don't copy anybody's sales page, but gives you an idea of what kind of sales page you're looking for. And you could do the AIDA copywriters model to quickly create a sales letter. And it doesn't need to be extremely long, but it needs to be long enough to capture the people's attention, get them interested in what you have, build up that desire, and then get them to take action and basically spell out the guarantee that you're offering them. Step number 6 is to set up your sales funnel. An upsell is recommended, and I will say that because with an upsell, you're going to generate most of your revenue from an upsell. A lot of times, if you just have a front end offer, you're going to make some sales on the front end, obviously, but if you don't have another secondary offer, like an offer that's maybe bigger or additional coaching or help or training or Q&A webinars or different ways to help them, then you're kind of missing out because you're leaving a lot of money on the table for you and your affiliates. It'll attract affiliates if you have more potential for income, plus it's going to help your bottom line as well. Are you going to offer long-term coaching? Are you going to offer, relevant affiliate offers from key partners? So you can find key affiliate partners and say, hey, if you promote my product, I will add your product on my download page. I will email your offer to my list if you'll promote for me. Step number 7 is to go about recruiting affiliates. ClickBank is great because you need a platform that tracks your sales that affiliates make, and ClickBank gives you that option. It has the marketplace listing on ClickBank, which will actually automatically bring JVs to you by default. They will find your listing in the ClickBank marketplace and come to you. You can actively contact current product creators within your niche market. Spend time getting in touch with them and letting them know about your product. Find list builders on eZineArticles.com. So find people that are actively building an email list and recruit them to be your affiliate partner. Browse marketing forums. Leverage Facebook to find affiliates as well. So there's all sorts of ways that you can go out there, find people in your niche market, use Twitter to contact people that have products in your niche and let them know about the offer that you have. Step number 8 is to launch your product. Get your download pages set up so you can deliver the material. Test your conversions, kind of understand how your product's converting. ClickBank provides analytics on traffic to sales. So they'll give you some basic analytics, like this is how many hops, they call them, how many times people, hopped through your link into your website. And then focus on recruiting JV partners for the long term. That's what you would do here in step number 8 after your product gets launched. And then drive all the traffic you can to your sales page and ultimately to your email list, and then send those people from your email list to your sales page to get them into your sales funnel. So the very next part of the process, we'll talk about blogging. It's a very important element for long-term sustainable niche businesses to have long-term traffic and get traffic that really builds up and allows you to build up rapport and respect in your industry and get more traffic.